大家好，欢迎收看文美集团美国升学直通车。文美集团美国升学直通车是华人网和文美教育集团联合制作播出的北美首档大型的网络直播教育节目。在我们的节目当中，你将会了解到最新最权威的教育资讯，还有升学的建议。在我们的整个过程当中，无论你是学生还是家长，有任何的美国升学教育问题，都可以给我们留言。文美集团是美国著名的大学申请及规划辅导机构。20年规划经验，在美国洛杉矶、纽约、芝加哥等12个城市设有服务中心，为广大华人子女提供教育服务。文美集团专注于美国大学升学规划服务，教育学博士加常春藤名校面试官顾问团队，中美双顾问模式，为6到12年级学生提供最好、最全方位的教育服务。欢迎大家扫码或者是直接搜索关注文美集团的微信公众号“美国文美”，及时了解最新最全的美国升学资讯。如果想跟文美的客服互动，请在节目播出期间扫描屏幕左下角的文美客服二维码，或者直接搜索微信号文美集团的全拼音添加。文美的咨询热线是1888-789-0942。好的，下面又到了我们文美升学大讲堂的时间哈，我们会邀请文美集团的美籍顾问康奈尔大学的面试官 Mr. Pierre 来为大家来分享哈，在这个升学规划还有这个面试的时候哈，应该怎么样来做。相信这样的一个这个中美双顾问的模式啊，会帮助到很多的同学们。那下面我们来请 Pierre 先生为大家来讲解。
Hi everyone, this is Pierre for WinMay. Today's topic is how to prepare for college applications as a ninth grader, so as a freshman. So the first thing I would say is to get familiar with college applications. So that is going to be based on what colleges you're going to be applying to. For example, if you're interested in applying to the UCs, like UCLA, UC Berkeley, you would have to use the UC application, which is particular to the 9 UC schools. On the other hand, the vast majority of the schools will probably be using Common App. So that includes basically any other school that's not a UC. However, there are some schools that have like a standalone admissions, let's say process. For example, a school like MIT, they do their own thing. So in that case, you would have to look up that type of application and get familiar with that. The next step that you can do is explore the applications in the sense of looking up maybe paper versions of them or presentations that do a walkthrough on the application so you can see what are the different things that go into the application. So I will show you for Common App and for the UC app. So we're going to switch to that. So this is possibly a dated version of the Common App, but it has all the important sections. So we see that we have personal information, demographics, family information, education, testing. So you can see details in terms of how things will be requested. This will give you a really good idea of what the real application will look like. In this case, the Common App has shifted to being fully online. Next section is really important. It's the activities section. So you see that you have space for 10 activities. So you want to make sure that you have at least 10 activities. I would recommend having more than that and then choosing your best 10, but that would be the subject of another video. And then you also get to see the essay prompts for the personal essay, as well as, any other information finishing off the application, including application fee payment and signature. So this was a walkthrough of the Common App. Now, if you're interested in the UCs, you'll be able to look up something like this, the UC application walkthrough. And I typically go over this when I'm talking about college applications with students, but you can find this on your own. And again, it would be like an orientation for yourself. So you can see the different things that go into the UC app, and the differences are that they're going to be asking a lot of questions about whether you're a California resident or not, and how that can impact your the admissions process for you. So you get to see the geographic locations of the different UCs, which ones you're going to be applying to, choosing your major, alternate major, so you can see how UCs work and the different things that go into the application. And after academic history, for example, you get to any college coursework that you've done, and any other comments that you have, some updates based on what happened with COVID in regards to testing and requirements, your test scores, and again, the activity section, which is critically important, and it will be a subject of another video. So you can see examples, in this case, of what an extracurricular activity looks like, an example of what an award looks like, and some other programs that they have. Scholarships are built into the application, so you can see that here. And then they talk about educational outreach programs. And you also have essays as well. So this is what you can do to get some sense of what the applications look like and what's required for each application. The next thing you can do is look up sample applications. In other words, maybe from people that have uploaded their application or have shown different parts of maybe the activities that they did and what types of AP classes and AP exams they took and what scores they got based on certain schools. In this case, we're going to shift to someone that got into Harvard. Then we're going to look at their extracurriculars. So this will give you a sense of what types of extracurriculars someone that got into Harvard would have. So here we see that they have a research science institute. So they participated there, and the application does ask you how many hours per week and how many weeks per year. And you see that there's a lot of research things here. There's Science Olympiad, math team, maybe some volunteering, City Hope Medical Center, chemistry club, and you can see the different roles that they had on this side. So he was president, founder, captain, so a lot of leadership. So you're trying to look for trends, things that you think that are going to stand out, things that you see in common across many different activities. So here we see that there's a big investment of time in terms of how many weeks per year he's doing the activities, and with the top activity being the first one. So that would be for Common App. If we're going to switch now to the UC app, so then you can see here that this would be an example of the education information, where you register the school that you attended and you talk about what grading system they had and the term system they had. So you're really just learning the culture of the applications, what all the details, what goes into it. And the idea is that once you do that, you're going to have a foundation and you're going to know what to work with. And then from there, you're going to be able to see that one of the things that I would also recommend is that you start building a relationship with your guidance counselor. You want to get to know them. You want them to get to know you, because they're going to be working with you to help you. And in the end, you're actually going to have them write a recommendation letter for you. So you definitely want to be on their good side. You definitely want them to know that you exist. For instance, at the very least, a good way to do this is simply just asking questions. You know, when you can, you swing by their office and ask them questions. That should help build rapport and, the relationship between you guys. The other thing would be that you'll also notice eventually in the applications that teacher recommendations are very important as well. So actually, you would start from 9th grade, maybe seeing, how the professors interact with the students in terms of, how they lead their classes and how they teach the class, the material, and opportunities for you to get them to, for you to get to know them a little bit better, maybe asking questions in class, clarifying things, just basically being a good student. And I think that could be like a good example of a way to build a relationship with a professor. Just doing well in their class, asking questions, keeping engagement. And again, this is important because you will see that in the applications there is the request for teacher recommendations. And lastly, what I would say is you want to be active. Starting from 9th grade, you want to try many different activity types just explore, try different things, be active. And that's going to be useful because for the Common App, you need at least 10 activities, and for the UC app, you need at least 20. So you want to have at least enough activities, so you want to keep pace, approximately 3 to 4 new activities each year. Obviously, maintaining the ones that you're very interested in. And that's really important because you want to make sure that you have good activities and then you have enough activities. So you want to start from 9th grade. If not, you're going to have to squeeze in 4 years of activities into 3 years, etc. And that's happened in some cases. But the idea is that by watching this video, you'll be in a much better position and you'll be able to avoid that procrastination. So, and then the very last thing, once you've given yourself that orientation on the applications and you want to start actually working on the things that go into the application, as well as, trying different activities and everything, the next step would be to go ahead and put that down on a worksheet. So we have at WinMay the core item form, which is what you're looking at now. And so this is essentially a worksheet, and it's a very important document because whatever information you have here is ultimately what will end up on your online applications, your college applications. So including the Common App and the UC app. So you'll start to fill this out, right? This is always going to be a work in progress. You have your basic information, then your languages, coursework at college or university, your honors, your SAT scores, AP scores, things like that. And again, your activities list, which is really, really important. And you can see what are the different fields that go into your activities. So these are the things that are requested. And you can start to work on that. As the 9th grade, as you complete your activities, as you do more and more activities, you can fill this in. And later on, you can worry about sorting it in terms of which activities are more impressive than others, which one you had more involvement in, which one you have more achievement in. So that comes at the end. But the idea is that you want to start working on this early on so you can set a good trend and a good pattern for the rest of your high school career. And I believe that if you follow these steps, you'll be in a really good position to do well when it comes to college applications. You'll be able to be organized and be timely, and that should help you prove successful when it comes to the college admissions process. Thank you.
谢谢皮尔先生跟我们的分享希望皮尔先生每次的分享都能够帮助到我们的家长和同学们。当然有任何的问题还可以继续给我们留言，或者是直接来联系文美集团。文美集团是美国著名的大学申请及规划辅导机构，20年规划经验，在美国洛杉矶、纽约、芝加哥等12个城市设有服务中心，为广大华人子女提供教育服务。文美集团专注于美国大学升学规划服务，教育学博士加常春藤名校面试官顾问团队，中美双顾问模式，为6到12年级学生提供最好、最全方位的教育服务。欢迎大家扫码或者是直接搜索关注文美集团的微信公众号美国文美，及时了解最新最全的美国升学资讯。如果想跟文美的客服互动，请在节目播出期间扫描屏幕左下角的文美客服二维码，或者直接搜索微信号文美集团的全拼音添加。文美的咨询热线是1888-789-0942。好的，今天感谢万博士，也感谢皮尔先生给大家带来的分析和讲解。你可以继续留言给我们，也感谢大家收看我们今天的文美集团美国升学直通车。我们下期再见。